Welcome to Speed Scene Live TV, the only show dedicated to the sportsman racer. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, Hedman Hustler Headers, M&H Tires, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFote.com. With your hosts, Diana Might, Bruce Barker, Scott Lucky Hudson, Alex Rogio, Bob Beck, Bryant Layton, with Donnie Couch and Dar Hawthorne.
Oh, yeah, and it's another Tuesday night. You're live with Diana Might. We've got Scott Lucky Hudson here on my left. And
what am I wearing here, Dynamite?
Bright red shirt, Lucky. I was going to tickle you a little bit.
Check this out, Bruce. Swag Army. Yeah, you can get these.
That's swag, right?
Yeah, Brett. Big swag. You know, you can go to his Facebook page. You can get them. By the way, Brett's going to be live in studio here on the show real soon in the next couple weeks, and he's got some cool stuff about a new show he's involved with. But recently, Rich Christensen has bought Pink's and Pastime.
I heard that.
Isn't that
He's now
awesome?
the new
Well,
owner.
let me finish introducing everybody before we get into all those
Wait, Dynamite.
What, Lucky?
Maybe the Swaggle has some inside
Maybe
info
he
on that
will.
accusation there.
But not to be rude to the rest of our guests, we have Bob Beck, the infamous car show host.
Nice,
and, of course, Bruce Barker back there handling the controls.
Good to meet you.
Now, Lucky, go ahead, with all your...
Well, that was it. That was just
That's
all I
it.
was trying to say, Swag Army, man.
Swag.
I
May the swag be with you.
I would like to thank Big Richard from Nitro Cafe Photography for shooting this video for us. And you can visit his site at nitrocafe.net. Big Richard shot a bunch of cool stuff, and we're going to have him do some more stuff. And this is video from last weekend at the NMCA Fontana.
Oh, and we had a blast at that. But tonight, we're going to give some free stuff from Prolong Lubricants. Oh, yeah, we got lots of that good stuff to give away. We talk with the racer that Lucky is going to be facing at the Barona Match Race Madness on April 19th. That's at Barona Raceway down there towards San Diego and beautiful Southern California. And we're also going to talk with Dave Godfrey about a cool event on the East Coast called Dyno Wars.
And, Sacramento Heritage Nostalgia Race, April 5th and 6th. You can buy your credentials and your spectator passes online at thefote.com.
Where at?
Thefote.com.
Say that one more time.
Thefote.com. And, while you're there, you can live chat with us during the show. That's right, thefote.com. We're picking up messages. Lucky's on the system right now. You can buy your tickets for the events there ahead of time so you don't have the hassle of getting into the track when the races are going on, and you can communicate with us while you're on Speed Scene.
Hey, in the ANRA season opener, that's ANRA, the American Nostalgia Racing Association, where you'll see cool cars like this 66 Chevy Nova.
That's a
beautiful
nice car.
Yeah. Diana Might in action.
Yes.
And anyway, ANRA season opener, April 11th through the 13th at Auto Club Raceway, Famoso. Come on down, do some good old-time drag racing. And, wow, what a burnout, Diana Might.
Seriously good burnout.
That was due to those awesome M&H tires. Without them, I could not do those type of burnouts, Lucky. That, and of course, my Curry 9-inch.
That's it. I got to love a good 9-inch. Hey, Bob, tonight, what will you be talking about?
One of the things that all of us need is a good set of hardware. And the tools to use them.
Hardware and
That's
tools.
what I
Hardware
always
and tools.
say.
And we're going to be talking about that tonight.
Nice. Hey, if you've been missing Alex the Car Girl Rogio lately, well, she's going to be live in studio. She's been racing, got a lot of cool stuff. I know we get these regular press releases. I'm going, wow, we've got a lot of catching up to do with Alex. And soon we're going to be talking as well to the people in charge of the High School Drags Challenge. We mentioned this a little bit last week, so that's coming up soon. The High School Drags Challenge. We'll hear all about this cool event at Auto Club Dragway Fontana on May 3rd.
A lot of great events coming up this year. Don't forget about the Speed Scene Live Nationals at Great Bend, Kansas. That's June 7th. And also the Lucas Oil Divisional Race at Great Bend. I think that's May 16th through the 18th. A lot of great racing going on at Great Bend. Fantastic track. Wonderful people. Check it on out. And Bruce, I hate to interrupt this video because this is,
It's
Big
the
Richard did
slow-mo
a
of the burnout.
great shot of this.
That is good. Well, just let's take a moment and enjoy it.
Well, this is way back last year at the NMCA Pomona, and that event is coming up. So make sure that you enter early because I believe this event may sell out this year.
Yeah.
So register early and often, right?
Right,
Or
just
was
like
that
you
for
vote.
voting?
Chicago
Yes.
style.
Right.
But let's go ahead and introduce our guests. Of course, you met all the crew here. I'd like to make a special warm welcome to Diane. Diane, welcome to Speed Scene Live. It's great having you on the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Now, you and I are going to be racing each other at the Verona Match Race Madness. That's going to be a lot of fun, huh?
Yes, it is. I'm very excited about it.
And you have a Nova, so it's sort of a Nova versus Nova
But
type
isn't
deal.
it like different years, Lucky? So you've got more the box Nova, and hers is like the next generation, right?
Yeah, what year is your Nova, Diane?
I have a 71.
Oh, okay.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
That's a good style. Now, hers has, even though I'm wearing a red shirt that's kind of coming out pink on camera, there's no pink on my car, but you actually have the pink motif going on your Nova.
Oh.
Yes, I do. It's black with pink stripes. My fire suit's black with pink stripes.
The lettering on your car, your truck is
very
pink
girlish.
on black.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I can't help notice, but there's just a little bit of pink in the hair, maybe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's not the lighting. That's a very little feminine touch.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting the same thing tonight, too. It's so weird.
I don't think Lucky.
We would have looked exactly the same.
Yeah, you would have.
Now, Match Race Madness is coming up. This is going to be a great event, and there's a lot of fun. This is Heads Up Racing. Diane and I will be racing each other 2 out of 3, I believe, correct?
That's correct.
So Diane, how fast does your car go?
In the 8th mile, it averages about 6.0.
About 6.0. Now, are you naturally aspirated? I mean, tell me some of the mechanics of your car.
I have a big block Chevy, 556.
Okay.
It is naturally aspirated. I have made a couple of small nitrous passes just for fun.
Okay.
So your motor's a little bit bigger than mine. I got a big block that's a 540.
So hers is bigger than yours, huh, Lucky?
Yeah. And then you have a great crew chief. Tell us a little bit about Jimmy, your crew chief.
Oh, that's my husband, Jimmy. We've been married 28 years, and we met at the street races 38 years ago.
Wow.
So it's kind of meant to be.
How about that?
Now, did you have your car at the time when you met him, or did you get your car after you met him?
I got my car about 8 years ago.
Okay, so
And,
he didn't marry you to get your car, did he? I always wonder about that.
May have been the other way around.
So when you
known.
met him, was he racing or were you racing?
He was racing, and he's been racing just about since birth. And we met at the street races, and that's when I just fell in love with the sport. And I've had my car about 8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that you have a little nitrous. Now, I have to stick up for Lucky here, Diane, because he doesn't have nitrous. Now, you're not going to use your nitrous, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
so
not.
it's just going to be
motor.
motor to motor.
Right.
Okay. You're not going to get there at the end and go, "Ooh, I got to beat him. Squeeze." you wouldn't do that, would you?
I actually don't think I'm going to need that.
She's not worried.
Oh, wow. Go, girl. Yeah.
So we're going to get to see who's the boss in Nova.
Yeah. I've raced at the Verona track several times. It's a great track. Love going down there. Really nice people. Diane, what do you think of the Verona track?
I was surprised. We had a great time there. We went for the tryouts for the very first time in January, and it was a great track. And everybody there, the staff and everyone, I just found just great.
The people are phenomenal that run that track, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely.
We get them calling into the show, promoting the track and so forth. But, Lucky and I, we went down there and we had the opportunity to not only go to the racetrack, but to go to the fabulous casino there. They've got a wonderful buffet, dessert bar, of course. And, I mean, we enjoyed ourselves at the track, at the casino. Couldn't have had a better time.
And, it's nice to know that you get an option to go down. You could stay at the track like I like to, or you could go to the casino, do a little
Like
gambling.
I like to.
Have a nice meal, do a little golfing if that's your thing. It's a great facility. And, in fact, actually last weekend at NMCA Fontana, I was talking to a guy with a black Pinto. Well, I went up and started talking to him, and I was thinking of you, Bruce. I was thinking, man, Bruce would love this car.
Yeah.
And he goes, we met before. I'm one of the track owners down at Verona. So run by racers,
There you go.
That's what I like to say.
That's a great deal. Well, we're going to go to commercial break, and then tonight, Bruce, pan in here. Let me show people. We've got John from Prolong gave us some of these products. We've got some of this Prolong Waterless Wash and Shine, and then we have a can of SPL 100, which is a lubricant spray, kind of like WD-40. Now, I got to let people know, because people always ask us, Lucky, what kind of motor oil do you guys use? We use LAT motor oil, and Prolong's a great motor oil as well, but tonight we've got some Prolong detailing and lubricant products that we're going to give away. So here's the catch. Diane, you and I are going to be down at Verona. We're going to be doing Match Race Madness. I've got some prize packs. The lubricant. I got a little bag. It's got a Prolong hat.
Oh, wow, Lucky.
I'm going to set you up. Here's the trick. You want it? It's free. Come on down to Verona, and I'll hand it to you. That's right. Come on down. Support local racing. Not only will you get to see Diane race me, but you'll also get a free prize. So give us a call. Call in at 1-800-809-0802, and you know what? We'll get your name, and I'll hand you a free prize pack right down in the pits.
Or how about if you instant message us on the phone, and Lucky will get your information, and he can bring it on down there for you.
There you go.
Okey-doke.
We also have emails. Go to the contact page of the site. Shoot me an email. I'll try to hook up as many people as I can, and we'll do a nice giveaway tonight. And remember, you want it, you got to come get it. And the bonus is you're going to see some great racing at Verona. So let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk Dyno Wars. We're going to talk more to Diane. We're going to talk to Bob. And, well, yes, Diana will be talking also.
Can you stop me, Lucky?
At Aeromotive, we believe that performance means reliability, longevity, and durability. Being the best is no secret. By utilizing aerospace processes, procedures, technology, in-house engineering, true applications knowledge, and 3 generations of track experience, it's easy to see why we're the best. We take great pride in the fact that everything we sell, we design and make in the USA. See our entire line of fuel pumps and related products by logging on to aeromotiveinc.com. Aeromotive. We know it, we race it, we live it.
60 years. That's a long time for a company to do any one thing. Doing it right while sticking to your founding values. Now that takes hard work and dedication. For 60 years, Hedman's all-American workforce has been devoted to manufacturing the very best headers any team of craftsmen can build. That's 60 years of cutting, 60 years of bending, 60 years of welding, more than 2 million in all. And every set made right here at home. At Hedman Headers, we build all American horsepower, then back it up for life. Hedman Headers, made in the USA.
This is Del Worsham, and you're watching Speed Scene Live.
Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online drag racing TV show. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and thefote.com.
Welcome back to the show. My name is Lucky. We got Dynamite, we got Bruce, we got Bob, and we got the lovely and talented Diane. Diane, you will be racing a beautiful black and pink Nova out of Verona. Bruce will probably show us a picture of that in the near future. But why did you pick that car? What is it about that Nova that you love?
My husband had a 71 Nova when we first got married, and so I fell in love with the body style and, you know, the whole muscle car. And he...
Oh, these are great photos. Look at that.
Look at that little Willie there.
Nice. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? Go ahead. No, don't stop. No, really. Sorry. You know, we like cars. We
You
like drag racing.
confused her, Lucky. Come on, jeez.
He brought the car home about 9 years ago. I had expressed an interest in racing, and he brought it home. It was pretty much stock, and said, you know what, here it is, see if you like it. And I made a little over 200 passes my first year up at Palmdale.
So
Nice.
what did it start at? When you started racing, what was your ET?
Like
16, 17 seconds in the quarter mile.
Been there, done that. I totally
Yeah.
understand. And that's how you get good. You get seat time behind a slow car, and little by little you get it going faster and faster.
I loved it. And I had first thought, you know what, I think I want to run at that time it was the 1290 class up in Palmdale.
Super X.
And just passed that right up. And so now I'm running Seagas in Bakersfield. I think that's the same class you run.
Yeah. The Heritage Series and ANRA. And, a lot of great events. 960, so you went from a 16-second car to a mid-9-second car,
Yes.
which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Nice.
Some of the pictures you showed has Jim's car in the background, the little copper-coated Vega.
Now, does your husband Jim get to race his Vega very often? Do you guys take out two, or are you kind of hogging it all now?
I have to let him race once in a while. He's usually busy working on my car, but he's got a really fast 74 Vega wagon. And, that's it in the background right there.
He says it's an 8-second car, 860, like a B-gas car.
Yes.
So he goes faster than you.
Sound
Because he
familiar,
goes forward,
Dynamite?
yes.
How does that work?
That struck a nerve right there?
How does that work? We get our guys to work on our cars for us, but they always go about a second faster than us, Diane. What's that all about, huh?
Well, I told you I could make your car fast. You just put restrictions on me, like don't cut it up.
Yes, it's a SS.
Yeah,
Don't
come
cut it
on.
up.
Be a little more flexible, will you? Well, Diane, have you ever had a chance to dyno the race car and find out how much power it
Are you
makes?
trying to get her secrets, Lucky?
Well, yeah, you know. Now that you mention it, I should try to get your secrets. I didn't think about that.
It's one and done negotiations all over again.
I give you. I want a lap. Wait. I want a
Head start. Yeah.
I want the one and done shake and bake. I don't know how they go. Well, the reason I was asking was because every year back on the East Coast they do a deal called Dyno Wars, and this is a cool deal. They get a chance to bring people out, and they get to put their cars on the dyno, and you get to see the real numbers. You know, people can trash talk, people can brag, people can throw time slips around, but you can't lie when the dyno gives you the numbers. So, Dynamite, let's bring our guests on, and let's hear a little bit about Dyno Wars.
Okay, well, let's go to line 1 and welcome Dave Godfrey. Dave, welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Oh, thank you very much. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Dave, great to have you on the show again. You've been on the show before, and we're really excited to hear a little bit about what's going on with the Dyno Wars.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it was great. I remember being on maybe about a year and a half ago or so. You have a great show.
Thank you.
Actually, Dyno Wars this year it happened back on January 18th. It's our second annual. I'm from Fonz Performance down here in South Jersey, and it was brought to everybody by Fonz Performance and K&S Race Cars. And like I said, we started it last year. Basically, what it was, how it came about, was in the wintertime. You know, everyone's sitting around. We're not doing much. You know, we're putting combinations together and whatnot and motors, but no one's racing up here in the Northeast. So last year, I said, hey, how can we get everybody together and come to one place and have something to do? So we did Dyno Wars last year. It was a 2-day ordeal. It was kind of like we just kind of put it out there and let's see who shows up. We had a bunch of cars. No one won any money or anything. We had a really cool trophy. I think the winner made 660 horsepower. Now, it's to the wheels, of course.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, pretty impressive. It was a big block Chevy. I think it was a 545 with a supercharger on it. Made a bunch of torque, like over 600 pounds of torque as well to the tires. It's about a 9-second car. So this year we said, let's do it real big. Let's focus in on a little better. And so we made it a one-day event. And then we said, you know what, let's sweeten it up a little bit. And we started putting some money out there. And then all of a sudden, a lot of people said, you know, I want to get involved. So we had a whole bunch of sponsors jump on board. And the winner, you know, ultimately won $1,000 plus a $250 gift certificate from Mickey Thompson Tire.
Wow.
And we had cars literally come out of the woodwork. And this past year, we won it with street cars.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Dave, that you're doing a deal where, yeah, there's no racing, the tracks are too cold, but people can come in and actually compete for money, prizes, you got sponsors on board. It really sounds like an organized event.
Yeah, we try to make it as organized as possible. You know, I have some background with racing and so forth, and it's very similar to putting on a race. And especially when you get money involved, you got to make sure, you know, everything's on the up and up, and all of a sudden the pressure goes up, and you want everyone to perform well as a team. And we had a lot of help from a lot of people, a lot of sponsors, and it takes, you know, a couple of months to really get organized. And the last week, I mean, obviously, we're a machine shop, so we have to turn a machine shop into like an amphitheater, if you will. And we literally were packed. And we had a ton of cars. We ran all day, all night. And, I mean, it was absolutely, we saw some really, really awesome cars.
Well, the money's great. The prizes are great. But I think the bragging rights are the best part of winning. Don't you? I mean, really.
I agree. And, you know, the money, I always say we race 850 index, and we win $1,000 if we win a race.
Uh-huh. How many cars show up to this event?
We actually had 9 in total that day.
Uh-huh.
We had 10, I believe, and 1 couldn't go on the rollers. So we had 9 actually make pulls. Mm-hmm. And like I said, we had the winner, I don't know, it was a gentleman named Mike Serrano. It was a late model Camaro, 632, with a giant turbo on it. Mm-hmm. It's a street-driven, street-legal car, and he made $11.85 to the wheels.
Wow. So $11.85 to the wheels, he's probably making $1,400 at the flex plate, huh?
Yeah, I would imagine he's probably in that 1,400 range. And what was crazy, everyone expected him to win. They saw him come in with this car, and like as soon as you see the turbo and the motor, you're like, ah, man. Well, there was a Dodge Diesel that was driven here from like 3 hours away. He made $1,093 to the wheels and plus 1,800 pounds of torque.
Wow. We just saw that truck, and I was looking at that pole. Bruce has got it on the screen right now, and I was thinking, a lot of these cars look like street cars, not race cars.
They're all street cars, and that was the deal this year. We didn't really want race cars, and how we knew it was January, obviously. It was going to be cold out. It was actually snow, and we had snowflakes that morning. And we didn't expect people to drive in, but I think it was about 6 out of 9 cars did actually drive to our property, and all we wanted to see was valid registration and valid insurance. And that proved to us that it was a street car. Besides that, we said, let it fly. You can do whatever you want. And the first gentleman was there at 9 o'clock in the morning while it was snowing, and we were strapping his car down to the dyno.
Oh, wow. Man. How many pulls does each car make to enable to establish their record?
Well, each person had 3 pulls. And we didn't do an average or anything like that. We literally just said, okay, whatever pool makes the highest, that's going to be your number. Mm-hmm. So what was interesting is we had a Lightning truck, a Ford Lightning, small block Ford turbo combination that made $10.99. Wow. Mike with the Camaro ultimately won. His first 2 pulls weren't very good. The tune wasn't really spot on, if you will. And so everyone's like went from, wow, he's going to win it to, uh-oh, he's in trouble. Yeah. And actually, it was that very last pull, it made $11.85.
So you get to do some adjustments or updates between pulls?
Yes, exactly. We actually figured, we gave everybody an hour. We wanted to be fair. We said, look, if you get here, everyone had a time slot. Like someone was at 9, someone was at 10, and throughout the day. And we expected someone may break and whatnot. But we gave everybody the ability to tune on the dyno. We wanted them to have their time, take their time, And we wanted to see, like, you guys talk all the time. You guys are on Facebook or you're on these forums, and everyone talks a bunch of smack. Let's see what you can do. Like, give us our best. The guy that came in, Will Bryant, in this Malibu, was the first gentleman to go. Everyone saw his car and was like, this guy's got nothing. It's a 380. I think it's a 383. I don't know. It's got iron heads on it, small block Chevy with a turbo. And he made 888 horsepower.
Wow. We're looking at the Serrano Camaro right now, and it really is a nice-looking car, but it's a street car.
It is absolutely 100% street-driven. I know that car is street-driven. He drives it, one of the big car deals on the East Coast here is Ocean City, Maryland. And he drives the car down there, and he drives it to car shows. And it's a beautiful car. I mean, it's built right. He could win a car show trophy with that car. And I know he's taking it down to the track. As far as I know, the car's gone 840s at over 160 so far.
Wow. Now we're looking at somebody getting a check. It's probably him right now. And is that a live band in the background?
Yes, we did have a live band as well.
You guys know how to put on a good event. Let me tell you, you guys are throwing a party here.
I'm moving back to Jersey.
Yeah, really. You got children giving away money.
We really lucked out with the weather because we didn't know that. I mean, right after that, we just got hit with snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm. Wow. So we picked the right weekend, and it literally was. It turned into, like, that gentleman Will came at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was actually doing some announcing at probably 10 o'clock at night, and I look over, and he's still there. And I said, I had to give him a T-shirt. I mean, we gave stuff away all day. We had practice tree races all day.
Oh, there you go.
So even if you didn't have a car in the event, you still had a chance to win gift certificates or even some money. And we had food as well. Cool. So it was an all-day, all-night party.
So hot rods, dyno poles, food, live music, prizes. I don't know, man. You're doing something right there,
That's
I think.
Cool. Did anybody have Brinkle Wall snow tires on? No.
We didn't know how it was going to go. I mean, this was our first time doing it, like, let's really put on a show, let's make it big. So, of course, you get jittery. Like I said, it was very similar to putting on a race, if anyone's familiar with that. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're nervous. And the first day, like, we see snowflakes. We're like, oh, no, we're done. Uh-huh. And by 10 o'clock, I look out in our parking lot. We probably have a good, I would say, 3 acres. We have a pretty big lot here. And the whole lot is almost completely full of spectators' cars.
Wow, that's great.
Amazing.
And now all of a sudden it turned to, where are we going to put these people?
How many years have you done this event?
This is actually only the second year.
Second year, and it's really grown and become a successful deal.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What was great about it is it got the whole community together. I mean, a lot of the racing community. Like I said, we index race here in the Northeast. So a lot of our fellow index racers were out. But then I was looking around in the crowd, and I also happened to notice a lot of regular hardcore bracket racers out there. And, of course, the street racers. So it kind of was like, a little bit of like a Woodstock of drag racing. Cool. And everybody got together, and a lot of people, some of the bracket guys were like, I'm not used to seeing, like, it's pretty cool to see these street cars. And the one thing everybody said was, I'm amazed at how much power these street cars make. Like, it was absolutely mind-blowing. So, like I said, last year's winner made 680 horsepower. He would have finished next to last this year.
That is amazing.
Amazing. Now, when's your next event? Next January?
Yes, it's going to be it's going to be January. We're going to go for January again, and it's going to be, I don't know the exact date, but I know it's going to be that third Saturday in January.
Man, that's cool. Have you thought about maybe doing this one time in the summer to make it twice a year?
You know what? We've been asked that by a lot of people, and trust me, we thought about it. The thing is, we race so much, and we get so busy with the shop. It would be really tough to do because it literally consumes like that, especially that last week leading up to the event. We really, like I said, have to transform our shop into the cater to the public. Not saying, we wouldn't do it, but it would be tough to do. And we've spoken to a gentleman who has a portable dyno, and we're actually trying to do like a truck theme, like a diesel gas.
Oh yeah,
theme.
yeah. Maybe go to a car show and do it at an event.
Have dueling dynos.
something like that. Because the diesel trucks, as if you've seen the pictures of the video, they're tough inside with all the if you don't have the right exhaust.
Yeah.
Because when they, as they say, roll coal, it blacks out the entire room, which is cool.
Yeah, that is fun.
Unless you want to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole breathing thing. I don't know if it's overrated, I guess.
Yeah.
But everyone was blown away by that truck. Andy Mulheron is a gentleman's name. Nice, super nice guy. Came all the way from like Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Actually drove through 3 inches of snow. He sent me pictures. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm coming." He comes down here. I see his truck, and I'm like, "Wow, this truck's beautiful." And I asked him. He's strapping down. I said, "How much boost do you make with this?" He goes, "I generally run about 100 pounds of boost."
Holy cow!
100 pounds of boost.
Holy cow!
And I'll tell you what, he knows his truck so well. We had a contest before it. We asked every competitor how much power, to guess how much power they would make. He got within 7 horsepower. He said 1,100, and he made 1093. I was like, boy, Andy, you know your truck.
Now, and that's a Dodge with a Cummins.
Yeah, it's a Dodge Cummins diesel, and he also did spray it with nitrous while it was on the dyno. So he ran it down to MIR, and he told me, I asked him, of course, you run it down the track. He goes, I ran it at MIR one time, and he goes, I think he went 1035 at 135 miles an hour.
Big, heavy garage door aerodynamics.
And the tech guys went nuts.
Of course, he said he made one pass.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, you're in the studio tonight with Diane. Diane and I will be racing each other heads up at the Verona Match Race Madness. And I tried to get Diane to tell me how much power she was making, but she's being a little cagey about the numbers. She's not really. I'm gonna come right on out and say that my motor on the engine dyno, not the chassis, on the engine dyno made 900 horsepower. How's that sound, Diane?
That sounds good.
There you
that
go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, see, she's
now
not.
she
She's
knows
not
your
giving any
secrets,
info.
Lucky. What's
not
wrong
giving
with
any
you?
info
She
out.
started off street racing, Lucky. Come on, don't give away the secrets.
Yeah,
well,
come on.
I have an identical car that is fiberglass, funny car with a blown nitro motor that I'm going to pull my first car out, and I'm going to move it around, and then bring the other one around.
Right.
But Dave, I want to thank you for calling in. Tell us about Nitro Wars, and who are some of the sponsors that made this happen?
Well, I got a huge list. If anyone, I'm sure they're all listening right now. I want to thank all of them, but I really want to thank K&S Race Cars. They are rebuilding our car right now. We'll be out this year with a brand new car, and also Mickey Thompson Tires, and especially VP Race Fuels as well. Because we also did an engine dyno demonstration. It was kind of like the halftime event, and we actually showcased 2 different VP Race Fuels. To show that obviously the kind of power you can pick up. So a big thank you to them. I'm really not trying to leave anybody out, but I have we had probably 20 to 30 sponsors. So thank you to everybody.
Well, we showed all this banners and everything at the front of the video, so I'm sure they all got their name out there. Dave, thanks a lot. And you know what? Next year, why don't you call us a couple weeks or a month before the event, and let's talk about the upcoming Dyno Wars.
Hey, we'll do. We never knew this thing really grew legs within like couple weeks leading up to it. All of a sudden, we looked at each other. We're like, "Wow, this is really big."
That's cool.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate the time. It's a lot of fun.
Good job, Dave. Thanks for calling in. Bruce, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, Hot Rod Bob Beck's going to give us some info on tools. We're going to talk a little bit to Diane about her car, which she is being mysteriously cagey about. And also, I've got a question off the crew updater on thefote.com for Diane. So, Diane, when we come back, we'll get to that. Stay tuned. Speed Scene Live.
For over half a century, Currie rear-end components have been twisting out the torque and taking the punishment. And the new Currie lineup is stronger than ever. Some of the world's most capable, hardest-working vehicles depend on Currie gears, which is why you can too. Street cars, hot rods and resto rods, drag cars, rock-crawling four-wheel drive vehicles, whatever you're piloting, Currie expertise and rock-solid design means the parts will do their job, so you can do yours. Check out Currie's custom rear ends, featuring a full line of upgrades, components, and installation options. The Currie Crate rear ends lineup offers ultra-strong construction on third members and carrier assemblies, and other underside parts like correct SwiftLink steering systems keep your four-wheeler pointed where you want it. Add in a wide variety of solid, purpose-built suspension and brake components, and you've got one tough, ready-to-go machine. Grab a hold of a Curry rear end. Talk to the experts at 714-367-2679 or view the complete line online at curryenterprises.com. Everyone in the armed forces that has served to defend our great country and our freedom, all of us here in the United States of America would like to offer our sincere appreciation for all that you do and all that you've done. To every family that has made a sacrifice for us, we thank you.
M&H Tires, makers of racing tires that give you the best bite for the buck. You've paid a lot for that horsepower. Make sure you use it all. M&H Tires has the best compounds available for maximum traction. Go to mandhtires.com. That's mandhtires.com. Buy direct and save at the website and mention the Speed Scene for a 5% discount. That's right, mandhtires.com. Call them at 661-324-4773. M&H Tires has tech guys ready to answer your questions or to recommend the best tire for you. Slicks or DOT. M&H Tires has it all. M&H were the first to create racing tires for muscle cars and also the first to create racing tires for sport compact cars. Legendary M&H Tires. Shop online. Mention the Speed Scene and save 5%. Get the best racing tires, great personal service, and save 5%. Go to mandhtires.com or call them at 661-324-4773. mandhtires.com.
Here we go. I'm Dan Hicks. You're watching Speed Scene Live, and I just won the March Meet. Woo! Yeah.
Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online drag racing TV show. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFoat.com.
What's this, more show? How could this be? I'm Bruce Barker. The guy going, is Bob Beck. And there's Lucky Hudson. There's Dynamite. Man, so glad you could join us tonight for Speed Scene Live. Take it away, Lucky.
Well, tonight we're talking to Diane, and Diane and I will be racing at Verona Drag Strip. It's a great 8th-mile track located in Lakeside, California, just outside of San Diego. And really a fun track. Been racing there for a long time. Really a great place. And Diane, you just recently have raced down there, and you and I are going to match up heads-up drag racing 2 out of 3. And you won't tell me how much power you're making, but I do hear that your car is a little heavier than mine. How much does your car weigh?
It is. It weighs 3,350 with me in it.
Okay.
And it's got all the glass in it. It has a fiberglass hood, but it's all steel, the rest of it.
So you've got a car that's got mainly all the factory stuff. You just got that big motor. Your motor's a little bigger than mine, but we're both running about the same. So the race could go either way. Whoever hooks good. You running big tires in the back?
Yes.
What size?
1432s.
Oh, okay. And how's your reaction time? Because I mean, you guys are racing 8th mile here, so a lot can be won and lost at that tree. So how are you on the tree?
Pro Tree is a little bit new to me, and I've only raced it a couple of times, so I am working on that.
Now, let me ask you, we're racing Pro Tree?
Yes.
Is that what we're racing? Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
I didn't know. Nobody's
You
told
can do
me.
both, Lucky.
Oh, I shouldn't have
Come
said
on.
anything.
Now I got the advantage. You know, I've been racing Pro Tree for several years now. Raced the European Pro Tree circuit.
Don't pick on the girls, Lucky. Come on.
Okay, I'm lying. But the thing I do like about Pro Tree is it's hard to go red.
Yes, definitely.
You see a light, you go, boom, race is on. You know, the red light's always so disappointing, not just for me in the car, but for the people watching the race. It's the race is over.
Well, you beat yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. No.
I hate that. I hate that drive down the track after your red light. It's like, oh man,
kicking yourself.
But at least the red light you're seeing is in the windshield, not the rear view mirror.
That,
Right.
well, yeah.
It goes on top of the little black and white cars. No.
Well, Diane, I want to let people know that we are handing out some Prolong detailing products, and I think this is important because as we're going down the track, you're going to be watching my car ahead of you, and I want to make sure that it's all detailed very nice. And
don't forget the lubricant too, Lucky.
the lubricant, well, we know what that's for. So, Diane, I'm going to actually give you these products, because I want you to make sure your car looks really good. Because once I'm going down the track, I won't see it anymore. It'll just be in the mirror.
We'll see.
Okay,
We'll see about that.
You might be eating your words, Lucky, and it's going to be quite embarrassing.
With some of that Chili John's chili.
The thing I've learned at my many, many years of drag racing is you got to be good at losing.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of losing going on, But racing is always more fun when you win. Right, Diane?
That's right.
That's right. And you race out at Irwindale quite a bit.
Just about every Thursday.
Yeah, you've got a great reputation out there. People say you're a great racer, a great sportsman, a lot of fun to hang out with. So I'm looking forward to racing you. It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be great. I look forward to it.
And speaking of good times, Hot Rod Bob Beck has got his gas. That's right. We ate at Chili John's, but tonight Bob brings the gas. The great American auto scene.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Bob Beck, and you've got gas here on Speed Scene Live. One of the things we always do, and we're working on cars, is you go to that bag of bolts or the drawer with all the extra bolts in it, and when you're working on something, you got to have that right bolt for something. Well, I'm going to show you some that are just made to handle all those problems you have.
Did
you ever have the hole so close to the edge of something you couldn't get the bolt in? We've got the offset head bolts.
The offset, I'm sure that would work once you get a half a turn around, too.
Well, there's always problems, but there it is the offset head.
Oh,
now,
look at that.
Oh.
You've just drilled the hole in the panel. Mm-hmm. You're trying to match it up to the hole in the main part. The holes don't line up. Guess what? We've got the bolt for that. This is for the mismatched holes.
Yes.
Now, a lot of you guys countersink your holes, and sometimes you get a little grab on the drill bit, and it goes down a little bit too far. This is the extra coned countersunk bolt.
So you get a lot of countersink.
You can go in if you really got into it too heavy with the countersink.
Is this
goes flush?
A countersink?
No, that one's coming up shortly, though.
Oh, wow.
All right, so now you drill the hole and it's on an angle. This one fills the need of all those extra wide holes you've drilled. And the heads, now here's that, we talked about the countersunk one that you just talked about. Well, here it is. You put that panel on, you did all your fitting before you put it together, and you drilled the countersink on the wrong side.
Oh, yes.
Here you go. We've got the bolt for you.
Something tells
that
me.
looks like some nails I've put in a wall before.
Oh yes, well this one's when you didn't get the hole just quite where you needed it to be. This one finds the angle and gets right in there, so you can tighten things down.
It finds the angle.
All right, so now how many times have you drilled a hole, found that it's in the wrong spot, and the other bolts that we just showed you don't work? You got to drill another hole right alongside it. Now they've merged together, and you've got this one big hole. Here you go.
Nice.
This one's for you. It's the binocular bolt.
Oh, okay, there we go. And
all right.
What's that look like?
Well, no matter how many times you've drilled it, the hole's still too big. So this one adjusts. You've got the standard hole on the bottom. That's the one you were trying to drill in the first place. But the one on top didn't quite make it. It got a little bit oblong, a little bit wider. This is the bolt for you. It is the assembler's special oversize and standard combination bolt.
We are indeed a country of innovators.
Yes, we are. We can do that.
Something tells me Bob's been watching me drill holes.
Yes. Well, you didn't put the countersink too deep. but you did it twice.
Right.
Here's the double countersunk bolt for you.
The double counter.
It takes care of all those double drilled holes that you've got that you wanted to countersink. Now, this one is the one I use a lot. You ever have a situation where you don't have the right size wrench, but you do have a vice grip?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, this one's corrugated, so it grabs the vice grip.
Well,
You
what do you
always have to have a vice grip.
Yeah, that's the main tool on most Fords, right, guys?
You got to have two things. You got to have WD-40s for things that are supposed to move and won't, and vice grips for things that won't move that are supposed to move.
That's it. Yeah, so you got it, and here's the bolt made just for that.
That's delicious. Oh.
All right, now you re-drilled the hole, but you still don't have it matching. This is the one for you. It's the double-sided bolt. Gets into both those holes. All right, now, you did the taper on the bolt, on the hole. This one is a natural taper. It goes into any size hole. From small to large, you just tighten it down, and it'll go right in place.
That's right. The tighter you tighten it, the tighter it gets.
I need a wrench for something like that.
Yeah.
All right, now, this one's, you guys, Mother's Day is coming up. Every woman needs one of these in her toolbox. It's a hammer and screwdriver set.
It's a shoe and a knife.
Yeah. I mean, you talk to most people. What do they use when they're in the house trying to fix something? Well, I don't have a hammer, so I've got a shoe, and I'm going to use that butter knife.
I have my own personal toolbox, Bob. I'm insulted. I have my own tools, my own hammers and wrenches and screwdrivers and socket sets. I have everything.
You're a car girl. You have these things, but this is for the general public.
I've always had my own special tools. Every woman out there should.
All right, here, for those of you who are not really totally computer literate and you need to cut and paste something, here's the cut and paste kit for you. What do you have to cut?
This is ridiculous. The Adobe Photoshop AB 1.0.
Yes. It's the kind of cut and paste I do.
Wow.
All right, now, guys, we know how you like to keep your fingernails looking cut, clean, and trimmed.
Oh, yeah, I use this set all the time.
It's the manicure set for you.
Sure, yeah, the box cutter and the ignition or the electrical tester in the middle there. Yeah. Yeah, all right.
All right.
Trust me.
Yes, this is how you get your Windows 8 to finally work.
Yeah.
It's a computer tool.
Yes, this is a computer tool. I mean, everyone's got computers nowadays. Well, sometimes you have to just adjust them a little bit.
You know what? I haven't used that yet. On the 2 feet to your left, Bob, is a Windows 8 screen.
Yes. Oh, get ready.
That's right. So we'll try that next.
Yes, that's your Windows 8 tool. Now, for those of you who have trouble holding your pen, here's one with a training wheel.
It's got a little, there's a little tiny digital gauge on that.
Yes, that tells you how far off you are while you've been rolling it down the paper.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Do you ever have that bolt that you can't get the wrench in for, but your fingers fit? But you can never grab it tight enough with your fingers. Here you go.
You know, Bob, I had one of those before, but mine was left-handed.
Oh, yeah, you have the left-handed version. This is the right-hander, and definitely. And now, everybody, you never know what you're going to need to fix something. Well, here's the MacGyver kit. It is your very own paperclip. It will fix just about most everything.
I see, though, it's squared on the bottom, so it's obviously a very special paperclip.
Oh, yeah, it's got special uses, I'm sure.
Yeah. Is that a mullet?
It was,
Hey, don't talk, Lucky. When I met you, you had one.
Well, he probably combed that mullet with that paperclip.
All right, you see these ads all the time in the paper with these discounts. Well, these are some special tools. Now, you notice up in the upper left-hand corner, you've got the laser-guided paintbrush. Now, for those of you who really want a pinstripe but really like wider stripes, this is the one for you.
And by the way, there's fine print that says, "Warning, remove cats from the room while painting."
Oh, yeah. Squat.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who like the Muppets, look at those work gloves. Those are just for you.
Muppet grade work gloves.
With 4 fingers.
Me on that one.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh.
And there's a whole bunch of other, like the imitation key machete.
Yeah.
And what does the generator do?
Well, no, that's not a generator. That's a smoke and noise machine.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, but it is 12 horsepower and 4,500 watts.
Yes.
I've seen those at the racetrack before.
All the time, yeah.
Usually people put them behind their trailer next to the person that pits next to them.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
Oh, by the way, that does say, I must point this out before we move on, it runs on peculiar gasoline diesel formula, which you mix yourself for maximum noxiousness.
That's right, yeah. And you can put it on a dyno. It'll look like that truck a little while ago.
Wow, and that's our last item, Bob.
That's our last item. These are, this is the day that I figured I'd tell you all about special tools and bolts and nuts that you need to do all the things on your cars you do.
I need some of these.
I know, especially with that Edsel.
Yeah.
Well, Diane, do you have any special tools that you use on your race car?
Oh my gosh.
Her husband. Her husband.
Jimmy, right? That's that special tool.
That was good.
Yeah, quick.
Woo.
Well, Bob, thanks so much. That was very fun and enlightening, and I'm sure our viewers enjoyed it.
And it is April Fool's, isn't it?
Yes. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, Bob.
Are you? Why? Because I didn't bring you any samples?
I'm sure there's a tool that will shock you.
Yes.
That was 12-volt power.
That was that manicure set.
But where do you hook it to, Lucky?
That generator?
Depends how kinky you are, Diana.
Ooh.
Doesn't it, though?
I know that paper clip would work in there somewhere. It conducts electricity.
50 Shades of what?
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Moving right along.
All right, next.
Well, we want people to come down to the Verona racetrack, Match Race Madness. Steve Sherman has been putting this on. He runs a very quick first-gen Nova called the Shermanator. And he'll be out there racing, I'm sure. There'll be all kinds of other people. Ernie the attorney, he'll be out there racing. There's a lot of fast cars. There's a real fast, speaking of street racing, real fast 72 Chevy Reg Chevy short bed that is a very fast truck that we've seen quite a bit, and there's a possibility he'll be racing. So we'd like to invite everybody to come on down to Verona. It's very inexpensive to get in. It's a great track. There's good food there. People are nice. And then come on down. Look for me in the Speed Scene Live pits. You'll see the little Chevy Nova. And we'll be getting ready to race. And come on by, get a Speed Scene Live sticker. And if you send us your name right now, I'll have a Prolong gift kit set aside for you with some Prolong auto detailer and a little lubricant spray and a Prolong hat.
Diane, besides your crew chief, Jimmy, who else helps you out with the car? Any sponsors, anything like that?
We don't have any sponsors, but as far as helping, gosh, the list is so long. Our son helps us with the car.
Who his name is?
Rich.
Okay.
And he's got a car, too. He's got a 65 Nova. And
is he going to come down there and watch his mom whip on Lucky?
I hope so.
Okay.
With the grandbaby. And we've got just so many friends, and they all pitch in and help, and it's just it's great. We have a great support system when it comes to the cars.
Well, we have plenty of viewers that instant message Lucky on the phone, and one of them wanted to know, what is your most memorable experience in drag racing?
That's a tough one because there's a couple. When I first got my competition license, that was a really special day for me. And when I made my first 5-second pass in the 8th mile.
Nice.
Just racing my husband. My husband has a couple of very fast cars, and when he and I line up together at the light, we're so passionate about this sport, and that's just really special when we're able to race each other.
You guys actually want to race in the same class?
Yeah, wait a minute. I always heard that was a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, you enjoy that?
I do. I do.
Wow. So, because...
Okay, so what happens if he beats you now? Walk me through this deal, because I need to know.
Yeah.
What happens if he beats you?
Warning.
Is it a long, quiet ride home?
No, it's okay.
Is it a loud, uncomfortable ride home?
Tell us about it, Diane. Come on, give us the lowdown, because you're a much better person than I am, because I do not want to be in the same class as Lucky.
Yeah, I pretty much have sped my car up to be faster than hers purposely, just so I don't have to race her. Right. That's my whole purpose in life, is to avoid racing Diana Might at all
because
costs.
It would not be a very quiet ride home, I will tell you that much.
Yeah, but see, there's a difference.
And it would be a very long ride home.
Diane hauls her own car.
Oh, does she?
Oh,
good girl.
that's why they can do
been
it.
there, done that. I did do that before, and I've worked through that. I do not haul my own car anymore, but I do put my own air in my tires still. Right, Lucky?
Sometimes.
yeah.
Hey, there's the Shermanator
Shermanator,
right
yeah.
now. Hey, we've got a fan of the show, Bobby, who recently lost his mother, young lady by the name of Janet. And Bruce, if you got a photo of that young lady, we don't normally do this, but Bobby's a huge fan of the show, and we just kind of wanted to put a picture out there and let Bobby know that we're sorry for his loss. His mother was a great, great, warm, caring person, huge part of his life, and we just want to acknowledge that we really we'll miss you, Janet, and Bobby, you hang in there. Everything's going to be okay, and it's a tough deal, but you'll be okay. So
I know. It's part of life that we all have to deal with. It is really unfortunate, but time kind of marches on.
It marches on, and I was going to do that earlier, but I didn't want to do it after that Bolt segment. That just seemed wrong.
It did.
Yeah. And I was afraid Bob had a bolt that would fix that.
Bob and his fix-it bolts.
That's
we're going to have to be on him about that. Lucky, we've got some what's going on stuff coming up.
I think we should do that, and of course, we got a lot of stuff coming up in the near future. Diana might mentioned, or Bruce mentioned that Alex the Car Girl will be live in studio.
Right.
That's next week. We've also got the people in charge of the High School Drags Challenge, and we're going to hear about this great event at the Auto Club Dragway, Montana, May 3rd. John Force has just announced that he's supporting the event, and he will be the Grand Marshal of this event.
Really?
So, that's a cool deal. I got that off of their Facebook page, so I'm not giving away any secrets. See, Diana, it's okay to tell people inside information. You can do that.
And we want to let everybody know that What's Going On is brought to you by Curry Racing Rear Ends, as well as Hedman Hustler Headers and Aeromotive. Also, coming up, Sacramento Heritage Nostalgia Race. That's going to be April 5th and 6th. Buy your racer credentials and your spectator passes online. Where? At thefote.com.
The cars?
Where else? That's this weekend. Hey, April 5th and the 12th, we got 2 races at Union County Dragway. These are points races.
And US 43 Dragway Big Bucks Shootout. That will be April 5th.
And the ANRA race we mentioned, the season opener, is April 11th and 13th. And Bob, I think you're going to be somewhere this weekend, aren't you?
I'm not even going to wait for the weekend. Tomorrow night, Twilight Cruise at the NHRA Motorsports Museum. It starts off the year, their first one of the year, and then we're going to Irwindale on Saturday.
Irwindale. Are you going to be announcing? Are you going to be announcing there, Bob?
I will be announcing on Thursday, and Saturday I'm just going to be watching the roundy round.
Oh, nice. There you go.
And now, Diane, will you be racing at Irwindale?
Weather permitting, but we're actually going to the Verona Test and Tune on Saturday. I need to get ready for the match race.
Yeah, see.
Good girl. That's some more secrets she's
Yeah.
giving away, Lucky. Just keep talking to her. You'll get those secrets.
I might have to send some of my Verona spies out there. Hey, free Prolon products in it for you, okay? I need some video of that certain black and pink Nova.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you check my Facebook page, so you know what's going on.
I do, but it's all about grandkids for the most part.
That's my secret weapon. I have 4 grandkids, so I have nanny power.
Oh, is that what they call you, Nani?
Yes.
Okay, very good. That's cute.
I know in my family, grandma, whatever grandma wants, grandma gets. So, I know how that is, and that's a tough one to go against, grandma power.
Yeah, it is, Lucky.
Nanny power.
She's the only one I know in an SFI-approved baby seat in the passenger side.
Wow. Ooh. That's like kind of funny and creepy all at the same time.
Well, let's see. We got a couple more things going on. April 12th, US 43 Dragway Spring Meet Car Show, Grudge Race, Test and Tune.
In Bowling Green, April 19th, they've got a swap meet and a flea market. So you can head on down, get some speed parts, pick up some cool stuff right at the track. It's kind of a neat idea.
And like Lucky's been talking about all evening, the Match Race Madness, that's April 19th at Verona. You're going to see Lucky and Diane battle heads up.
That's right. That's right. In April 26th, Outdoor Diesel Expo at Huber City, Utah.
The 25th through the 27th, IHRA Summit Pro-Am Tour at Richmond Dragway.
And here's the last one, May 3rd, High School Drags Challenge at California Dragway, Fontana. Charlie Harmon will be live in studio to talk about this exciting new way to get high school kids involved in drag racing. What do you say, Diana?
You know what? Get them off the streets, get them to the strip, show them what it's all about, what real competition's about, and make it safe for the kids. Lucky, I love it. Charlie, thanks to you for doing such a great job with that.
Good deal. And Diane, you know what? You mentioned earlier that your son's involved in drag racing, so it sounds like you kind of got him on the right path. You got him involved in drag racing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good deal. Well, we'll be back. Well, we won't be back.
No.
Diana might, and I will not be back next week. Alex, the car girl, will be back with Bob and Bruce and who knows who else. Meanwhile, we'll be back in a couple weeks, and we'll be here live at SpeedSceneLive.com.
Oh, man, that's some fun racing coming up. Dynamite, good to see you again. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Good to be seen.
Likewise, Lucky Hudson.
I think I'm messing all my words up now, so I'm done.
Yeah.
It's all good, baby.
He
We
needs
can
coffee.
we can replay that adventure because that's coming up next. Diane, good to meet you in studio tonight.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Oh, absolutely. And Hot Rod Bob, fun segment, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, coming up next, the encore presentation of tonight's show in case you missed anything. And by all means, be sure to check out the archives page if you want to check out any of the shows that predate this one. We'll be back live 1 week from right now, right here at Speed Scene Live.
Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online motorsports TV show. Brought to you by Curry Racing Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFoat.com.